3, 2.
What's going on, fellas? This is Bruce Watts, and I'm here to show you the basic, what you need basic to assemble the MegaWattz figures. What you basically need, what all the materials are, what the screws look like before and after you're finished with the project. Okay, what we have here are the wire receivers 1 and 2. This is how you receive these. When you order these guys, they come on a runner, 2 figures at a time, with the platforms unattached. Okay, middle linebacker nose guard. You can tell by the straight arms for the nose guard and different things from what's what. And the running back or halfback 1 and 2. And then we have the inside linebackers right and left. Okay. Basic assembly. We're going to get started with the 2 halfbacks. What we want to do, when we're getting started on these guys, we want to remove them from the runner by snipping off, keeping the flat side out away from your figure, snipping them from the runner, as so. Okay. The first thing we want to do once we release the figure from the runner is we want to take our snips and trim along the edge and remove any excess flashing from your figure that's a little larger than to be removed with your X-Acto knife. Okay. Once that's done, I want to take my X-Acto knife and I want to gently run it along the edge of the figure, removing the flashing from the mold process, concentrating on the tight areas around the helmet, things of that nature, removing the flashing from the figure. Now what we want to do, this is a soft sander. These can be purchased at Sally's Beauty Supply. They're roughly $2, but these work excellent for cleaning up your figures, and they're soft enough to where you won't get any flat spots on the helmet or areas from removing your flashing. Now once we're satisfied that we've removed the flashing, next we want to scuff the top of the platform to remove any dirt and debris, any oil and grease from the manufacturing process that may keep the glue from adhering properly. Okay. Here we have your basic Gorilla Super Glue. This brand right here works excellent with this particular type of plastic. This is what I recommend off the shelf, and this can be purchased at Walmart, or you guys know where to find that. Now the key to attaching the figure to the platform in the proper way is to, here I have a piece of 00 sandpaper, fine grit, taped down to a clipboard. Now what I want to use this is, I want to use this to plane the bottom of the feet. So all I'm going to do is gently slide the bottom of the foot across the sandpaper in one direction. You don't want to go back and forth because that'll rock it and you'll get a rounded surface and it won't adhere properly. So I'm going to run that across there gently 4 or 5 times, and remove any excess flashing from around the bottom of the foot with my soft sander. Once that's done, next I want to add a small bit of glue to the bottom of the foot. Set this to the side for 30 seconds to a minute. You don't want to leave it too long to where the setup is starting to harden, but you want it to work on that plastic on the foot, so once you plant it down onto the platform, you get a nice sturdy, it adheres properly. Okay, now this is a figure that was completed earlier where it's glued down. Now, what we want to do here is here I have an engraver's bit. This is purchased at Lowe's. Item number 94695, model number 107. This is an engraver's Dremel bit, and this is what you need to properly install the arms into the figure. Before I get this going, let me go ahead and get this planted. And here you have roughly 10 to 15 seconds to get your figure into position. Once in the proper position, then you want to lay him down on his side to take the weight off of the foot itself and let it dry from that position, and you'll get a nice secure finish. Now here we have a figure where the arms have already been cleaned up. So what we want to do is now we want to Dremel the sockets into where the arms will be placed. Now what you want to do is you don't want to go too deep. What you want to do is you don't want to go too deep into the figure to where you're plugging the arm in. You want to go real shallow so it's a ball and socket, and from that position your arm can be manipulated and put into the proper position. But once you have your holes Dremeled, you want to take your X-Acto blade and you want to run it around the perimeter of your socket to remove any burrs or unwanted plastic. Small dab of glue on the top of the bicep. And you insert it into your Dremel hole to add the arm into your figure. Now from this point you can bring it in, you can bring it out, you can change the position of the arm that suits your taste and your style of play. And that's it. That's the basic assembly for the MegaWattz figure. Same process for most others. And you can duplicate or change the poses to your liking. And that's Assembly 101.